because I'd be so stressed. And if I did bad, then I was like, oh, it's over. Like, for sure over. Like, my life's over. I did bad. I fell. Like, even though it's not that way.
I know, like, why I'm here.
An atheist at the beginning of the year
bounces into the ceiling in the passenger seat.
Hit my head.
Putting them in towards the wrong thing. Like,
Who am I now?
The person ahead of me wishing I looked like them. Somebody's looking at me wishing they looked like
Not just dance.
Sin's there, and I'm like, man, I feel good. Never felt that.
Emma Green, we are so grateful to have you. Welcome to the Filled Podcast.
I'm so excited to be here.
We have so much to talk about. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you got to Kentucky. You do Stunt. I need you to explain the deep dive of Stunt because I know that when I was researching it, I was like, yeah, this is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So go into it.
So I'm born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky. I went to high school like 20 minutes outside of the city, so it's awesome getting to stay home.
Yeah.
I am a big homebody. So
Okay.
my parents live 20 minutes away, and they host like Sunday night dinner for me and all my friends. So church, and then do whatever, get reset before the week, and then we end there and just have like a good like family moment. So it's good to like bring all my friends into my family in a way.
Yeah.
And my parents were scared about being empty nesters because I'm the youngest of just two. I just have an older brother. He just graduated though. But when I went to college, they were like, good thing you're staying close. Because I did, honestly, I planned on Auburn.
Oh.
That's where like I was set on going. And then started senior years whenever I got recruited for Stunt. And I was like, well, would I go out of state and have to pay so much money and probably be in debt? Or stay in state and have scholarship and have a great time and be close to home? And I thought I wanted to get away, but I'm glad that God had it in my life plan to stay here because I realized how much I needed it. I also studied abroad, so I did get away a little bit for last summer. I went to Greece.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
Was that just like the coolest thing ever?
It was actually crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I grew up doing gymnastics, so that was kind of my avenue into Stunt. A lot of people think it's just cheer, and I was the person that came in with no background in cheer ever.
Really?
So I was recruited for tumbling, and it wasn't a sport whenever I was like getting recruited. It was becoming a sport. It was emerging for the first year. So I was like, what is this? Same kind of thing you thought. I was clueless on it. So I went to a practice whenever they talked to me. I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I don't know counts. I don't know how to do a jump. I don't have shoes. I don't have anything that I'm supposed to have. So I felt really like outcast. And I was like, I don't think anything's going to come of this.
Yeah.
But I still did my best. Tumbling was great. That was awesome because that's what I'm used to. It was different being like not on a spring floor. But
So it's not a spring floor?
No, it's dead mat. So it's just like 2 inches of foam rolled out and you just kind of go for it.
Wow. Is that kind of scary ever?
Yeah, because I started off just tumbling. When I got recruited, they're like, we just want you as a tumbler because the way Stunt works is there's 4 quarters and each quarter is like something different. And there is a cheer background in the sense of like stunting in pyramids and the structures you build. But the music, you don't dance. There's no like clapping or like the motions of it, and you're not like saying cheers. And we don't go to like a competition where like UK cheer goes to whenever they go to I don't even know their nationals. Like whenever they're in Florida, we don't go there. We don't cheer games. We're not at games. A lot of people ask that too. So it's 4 quarters. We're a spring sport, so February to end of April.
Okay.
And games are like 45 minutes. So we usually have 1 to 4 a day. It depends. I think the most we've had is 3 or 4, but usually 1 to 2 is like our normal, but it's a weekend thing. So their tournament's Friday to Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The commitments must sound huge.
It is. Yeah, it definitely was an adjustment because with gymnastics, I was used to one like big competition. It was like 6 hours long, but it was 1 day. And then like I didn't have any more for another month. And this is every weekend kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a huge commitment, but it's awesome. So quarter 1's just stunts. So it's literally just like your basic thought if you're going to put a girl in the air with 3 people under her. That's what the stunt section is. And there is music for every routine, and there's 8 routines per quarter.
Oh, wow.
So it's level 1 through 8. Level 1's the easiest.
Okay.
Level 8's the hardest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you kind of like build your way up, and then quarter 2 is pyramids. So that's again kind of the building up. There's girls that get thrown into baskets, so flip in the air, and then build structure. So there's either like people holding the feet of a girl and then they catch another girl, or there's people on shoulders.
Okay.
Like they stand on people's shoulders and then somebody lands on them, and those people are called mid-layers, and that's what I had to learn to do.
Oh my gosh.
I was very clueless. I learned to do baskets. That was okay.
So do you get thrown in the air?
I used to, not anymore. I'm just a mid-layer now, and then I throw girls.
Oh my gosh.
But mid-layering is definitely the scariest thing I think I've had to learn to do. Stunting wasn't as scary because, like, you know, I'm a lot closer to girls' feet. But whenever I have a girl doing, like, a backflip at my face when it's not going the right way.
Oh, my gosh.
Lots of bumps and bruises, but it's been an awesome experience. And it's really fun getting out of my comfort zone. And then there's halftime.
Okay.
And during halftime, the tumblers warm up. So, like, you don't really have a lot of before the game practice time.
Okay.
Like we have a practice time, but you don't tumble during that. So the halftime is literally the tumblers are on the mat flipping. So it's not like a normal halftime when nothing's going on.
Yeah.
So that's our warm up period for that. And then quarter 3 is tumbling. There's 7 girls on the mat. So that one's just very simple. There's like lines and spaces. There's somebody in each doing something, being very precise. And then quarter 4 is like a full routine. So say it was level 8 the hardest, then it's like the hardest stunt, the hardest tumbling, and the hardest pyramid. Like in one routine, so it's like a minute and a half, kind of like a cheer routine. Okay. It's not a lot of dancing stuff.
Got you. So quarter 4 would be like the hardest, basically?
It takes the most endurance because, like, I didn't come from stunt, so that's definitely my weakest point. I'm not really a base in that aspect, but I'd be in a lot of routines where I'd go from tumbling straight to the pyramids, so you kind of are gassed after.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. And then you might have another game after that too.
Yes.
Or what is it? Is it game? Match?
It's called games.
Okay.
And there's 4 rounds in each quarter.
Okay.
And you're head to head, so it's like us, like Kentucky would be on this side. These 4 mats, there's a middle mat that's like no contact. No one's allowed to touch, step on it except for the ref. And then the other 4 mats are our competitors.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, any team. And then the head coaches have like a little spot on the top, like the front corner closest to the stands.
Yeah.
And the officials will like point to them, and there's like coin toss to see who gets possession.
Yeah, this is so cool. I'm like, I didn't even know this existed until like a week ago, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then whenever like they point to whoever has possession first, our coach picks the routine. So it's like whatever they feel confident in us and that we'd be better than the other team.
Yeah.
So then say he called 4, then both of our team's 4s come on the mat. The music starts. You do it simultaneously, and whoever does it like more perfect gets a point, or if both teams do it exactly perfect, it's a tie. Okay. So it's out of 24 points.
I was just going to ask that. Okay. How does the point system work exactly?
Yeah. So just each round, it's either like, there's called minors. So if you mess up, it's a minor or a major. Okay. And they count who has the most. Mm-hmm. And then, or I guess like who was closer to perfect. So who had like none. Oh, and whoever doesn't gets the point. Mm-hmm. So then say like we got 0.1, then the possession switches over to our competitors. Yeah. Their coach calls what they think they beat us on. We go back out on the mat. Whoever does it best gets the point. So it's like you can earn up to 4 points per quarter. Okay, yeah. Except quarter 4, it's 3 because it's stunt, tumbling, and pyramid. So it's like one per routine or round.
So, okay, you're from Lexington. I think it's so sweet that your parents have like everyone over on like Sunday. Yeah. Do you guys like go to church and then like what's Sunday look like?
Our crew usually, I mean, anyone's welcome. I go to church with my boyfriend on Sunday mornings because he's a baseball player at another university that's like 45 minutes away. So we don't really see each other during the week. It's like Sunday, we're like, okay, we're going to go to church, go have breakfast. And then
so sweet.
That's kind of it before we both have to go back and do our thing. But that's the awesome part. And then I go reset. So I like grocery shop, do whatever. Laundry, you know, my only time of the weekend to do stuff. Yeah. And then it's usually like 7:00. It's like a group of us. There's about 10 that come, and it's rotated each year, you know, as seniors leave or just like close friends. But it started because, stunt, I didn't add, is a sport that started in California. Okay. So there's high school stunt teams in California. And there's a few that are like, North Carolina has one. One of my teammates is from there. And there's some in like, it's growing, but it started in California, and then there's clubs, so you know, like club gyms, like cheer gyms. Yeah. They have stunt teams now, so that's where a lot of our recruiting does come from. Okay. And so my freshman year was like, My roommates, we had so there was 4 to a room. 2 of my roommates were from California, and then the room next to us, 2 of their roommates were from California. Okay. So we had 4 out of the 8 girls that like were half like across the country from their families. Wow. And it was really hard. And so my parents, that's kind of when we started it. We're like, hey, we're going to have these 2 rooms like come to our house because we live 20 minutes from campus, and like make them feel like they have a home away from home, because it was really hard for them to kind of get acclimated to what was going on. And then everyone's just loved it so much that we've kept it going for 3 years.
Wait, that is so sweet, actually.
Yeah, like we were just talking about it. I was like, hey guys, like, does anyone have any ideas? And like everyone jumps on like, oh, we want this or we want this, and they love it. And we'll play games. We'll play like Pictionary or catchphrase and like just giggle, and it's nice to not have like worries.
Yeah,
college can be stressful.
Oh, 100%. And like even just like Sunday scaries, like those are real, bro. Like, and you get to just like come have a home, which is really sweet of like your family, I feel like, because I think a lot of people, like, I mean, even I can't even imagine me. I went to school in my hometown too. Okay. So I was similar situation of like, hey, like mom and dad, can we have these people over, like yada yada yada, because like they're from California or they're from X, Y, and Z, and like I can't even imagine like going to school like across the country. Genuinely.
I don't know how they do it still.
No, yeah. I'm like, you're here for 9 months out of the year? Like, yeah. It's crazy. So you said you've loved going to school in your hometown.
Yes.
Has it just been like, tell me more about that, of like what made you decide to stay? Because you were like Auburn, was it Stunt that made you decide to stay?
Yeah. So my parents also, I was in between before Stunt was like a for sure offer to be, you know, I was just kind of like lenient, and they're like, well, you need to think about it, like what's best for your future. If you like stay there for 4 years and you plan to want to get a job, like you're kind of all your connections are in Auburn, you know, and they're like, you might stay there and that's okay. And like, you know, they've always told me go spread your wings, do your thing, but they also really want to like give me a reality check and be like, would you want to live there your entire life and be far away from home? And I was like, I don't know. Like, not sure.
Yeah.
But I think just Stunt was the one that was like, okay, I got an offer, like, for sure staying. How cool would it be to be a D1 athlete? I have no clue what this sport is, but, like, awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm, like, really glad that it did happen, and the communities here has been great, because I also, like, still see some of my friends that I went to school with and whatever, and obviously my family, but then I've met so many people and got close with them because I can like offer up my family to be theirs too. So yeah, it's been really cool to like watch. And then also my parents own a business, they own a daycare, and it's like right downtown. So it's less than like a mile walk, and sometimes I'll just walk in like be like hi, like, and go see the babies, or if they need help, I'm able to like be a helping hand. So
wait, that's awesome. So you said you have one older brother.
Yes.
So where did he go to school, and did he come back home or no?
So he went to Tennessee Tech. He graduated in May. He played baseball there. Okay. But he did just come home. Okay. He's trying to figure out what he's doing, because I feel like most athletes.
Yep.
It's I'm in it till it's over, and then you're like, ooh, I got to figure out my life. So
yeah, totally. So how do you, honestly, that's a good question. I want to ask how you keep your identity in Christ over your sport, which I think is a loaded question for sure. But
it is loaded. I think it's difficult too, because being in any sport, the people that you're around, everyone's from such different backgrounds and has such different beliefs and views. And being on a team that's over 60 people, like, there's going to be people that don't agree with your beliefs, and I think that's hard, but being so rooted in my faith, I think that I don't get as nervous, because I think you were going to ask a question, or you started saying, like, is it nerve-wracking, or, like, do you get stressed, or high-stress situations? Yeah. And I think when I did gymnastics, like, yes, I was a follower of Christ, but I didn't really have my identity rooted in him, and I could tell that because I'd be so stressed, and if I did bad, then I was like, oh, it's over. Like, for sure over. Like, my life's over. I did bad. I fell. Like, even though it's not that way, obviously.
Yeah, totally.
But sometimes just those thoughts, like, would come through. And now, like, yes, I am very hard on myself in a way. Just, like, I like to be a perfectionist, sadly. But,
yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah. But with my sport, I think it's, like, I can make such more of an impact if I am rooted in my faith and not just care about this sport, because like the sport's not gonna last forever. And that's what I remind myself. I was like, I didn't know what this sport was 3 years ago.
That's like nuts to me.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know what it was 3 years ago, and I'm not gonna be a part of it in like a year and a half. So why would I like put everything and all like my thoughts and everything into this whenever there's like something that's forever.
Yeah.
So I think that's just really awesome that I get to share with others, and being with FCA UK is such an awesome FCA group, and being like I'm on the leadership team with one of my teammates, and we're able to just like bring that with our team because we have such a big team, we can make a huge impact. So we host Bible studies. It's kind of hard. Our schedules are terrible again because of like the split like we have split practice between the two teams. Even though it's one team, it's just like white and blue, they practice separately. And so it's really hard to find time because like one group will practice 4 to 7, the next 7 to 9, and it's during the day, everyone has class. So it's really hard to find that time. But I think we've shared it a lot, and there have been people that have come to us and who are interested, or, you know, are kind of like, like I want to learn more about God, or I how do I read my Bible? And there's those questions that like bring so much joy. You're like, oh my gosh, like you can see the way I live my life through the team, even if you can't come to Bible study, or we can't show it the way we really want to show it for this team. You still see that you can come to me. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. And so do you guys have Bible study for the team specifically?
Yes. So we try. We had a few last year. We're trying to still like literally find a time right now. We split our practices this coming week. So then we'll be able to kind of figure things out. And then be able to figure out, because the best time would be like maybe a Friday before practice. And then weekends, a lot of people go home, or there's so much going on where we still can offer it. And if people come, it's just, we're trying to find the time that'll like make the most impact and the most people can come.
Yeah. So you guys are practicing right now for February, when it starts in February?
Yes, we are practice Monday through Friday. Yeah. So like tonight I've practiced I've lift at 6 and then practice like 7 to 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a crazy busy schedule.
It's just so late too. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to work around because some sports, you know, you'd be done at 6. You'd be like, let's have Bible study after. Yeah, I think everyone's going to go to bed.
Yeah. You're like, it's 9 o'clock. We've all had like a full day, and then we had practice after that.
Yeah,
and it's 9 o'clock.
And we all smell and we're gross.
You're like, I just want to go to bed. Take a shower and go to bed.
I know.
No, I get that for sure. That's hard then to find a time for sure. Yeah. Have you seen any, like, do you have any cool stories of like anyone coming to Christ through like coming to the Bible study, or I don't even know, just seeing the way that you live out your faith?
I think my team specifically, not like huge story. I think there have been people that, you know, are starting to kind of change the way that they walk in life and like realize there's so much more than just what the world has to offer, which is awesome. And that's like what I pray for, is that people just slowly, it doesn't need to be some dramatic thing, but if it just like slowly changes our team, that's awesome. And then I think one that's crazy is with Run with Christ, we've seen just such a great transformation in one of our girls. Her name's Paige, and she was my photographer for senior photos. So I've known her since I was the summer before my senior year of high school. Yeah. And she took my photos, and I mean, she's just an amazing person. She has started coming to Run with Christ whenever it started. And she like really, that's what changed her life. And I think getting to watch her change as a person, because I've known her for so much longer, and like her being in college her entire like life, and she's about to graduate. She's older than me. Oh, I'm so sad. I know.
Is she from here?
She's from not Lexington, but Kentucky, a little bit outside. But she goes to UK. But her summer she spends in Tampa. She does photography down there, and she helped start Run with Christ Tampa. So yeah, she's not even there to like get to reap the benefits of everything she worked for, but she will in the summer and get to go back and see that. So it's just awesome because she's helping lead now and not just be like a follower.
Yeah. How did you get involved with Run with Christ?
So I think I just kind of saw it, you know, I was like, oh, this is a run. And I was really upset because I had it like in my calendar when the first one was going to happen. I was like, oh, I'm going. Then I got a stress fracture and couldn't walk. I was in a boot. So yeah, last season I was like, well, I can't, like, I don't think I can really go. I have to go to treatment Saturday morning. It didn't work. Yeah. And then all of March, we were here for 4 days total. We traveled all around. We were never here. Yeah. So I didn't really get involved until right before I studied abroad, and then right when I got back. So it's like I started going, and I knew Hayden. I've known him forever.
Yeah, because did you guys go to the same high school or no?
No, we did sprint training together whenever we were younger, and same gym. Like, it's just, we've known each other, but it never was like got close until college time with FCA. Yeah, he's on leadership with them too. So that's awesome. But who else was it that my roommate, I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
This will be fun. And some of the girls that still are in Lexington in the summertime. So we went and I made great connections. And I was kind of struggling with the like finding those friends that are fully like rooted in their faith because that's very hard in college.
Yeah. Especially in
And
an SEC school.
yes, there's just lots going on always. And I feel like people can get caught up in like the world and that happens, right? Like there's a lot going on always, but I think I was kind of feeling lost, and that was like my prayer to God. I was like, I really this summer want to find people that I like can hang out with, that it's not anything like against what the Lord views or sees, because no matter if I don't like agree with the things that people are doing, I'm loving them and I'm gonna stay, and I go and hang out and like I have my best friends, you know, and I love being around them. But there's some times where I'm just like, I really want a group where it's just like I can go and talk about the Lord like endlessly, you know?
Yeah.
And that was my prayer for the summer. And then I met some of these people, and some of the girls in that group like I see almost every day now, and it's been such a quick turnaround, and I was like, oh, thanks God, like that was awesome. I found these people I just have been praying for. So then when I got back from studying abroad, I was like, hey, I really want to get more involved. Like you guys have helped change like my summer, but also like my life, just meeting all these people. So I was able to join leadership, and then I helped do videography and like reels and help with the social media presence. So
yeah, because okay, you have a social media presence. So how do you manage that? You like just are so involved. How do you like spend like how do you even use like do you feel spread thin ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot. That's why whenever you ask if I'm coming to the Saturday run, I'm like, maybe. Like I really hope I can make it.
I really hope I can be there. Yeah.
I think there have definitely been times where I'm like, man, this might be a little bit too much on my plate. But I think as long my like view and what my mom's always told me is like, if you're getting your cup filled by God, then you can go out and pour on others. So every morning I wake up, I got to get in the word. I've got to like get that love and to feel fulfilled on my own before I go out. Because if I don't, then I think I'll definitely feel more exhausted and more spread thin that I can't give to others because I haven't been filled myself. So I think it anyway is stressful. But I think whenever I have that fulfillment and then I'm like, okay, I can go and pour out, like I've got energy, I've got all this. It's helped. But
I was just going to ask you, what's your non-negotiable in the mornings?
I just make sure I read at least one chapter, whatever I'm in, sitting down, reading one chapter. I usually do it with breakfast. I'll make my breakfast, set it down, read it, and then I'll eat. So that's just like my morning. And if I miss it or if I have something super early, then like I just make sure in between, right before practice, like there's always time, but my mornings is the best time because I'm not as stressed yet.
You're like, I haven't gone throughout the day. Do you notice a difference when you don't do it as compared to when you do it?
Yes, even if I do it later in the day, I notice a difference before I get it, and it's just like I'm like, man, I feel like something's missing. I'm like so tired.
Totally. There's like nothing like feeling the joy from like the Lord and then like Holy Spirit just like filling your cup. And then I totally get that. And I love how you said like, then I can pour out to other people. Because I totally get that from like having like secular friends where I'm like, I feel like I do things like this and I'm like, this fills my cup so much to where like, oh, I can go home now and pour it all out. Because I'm like, I want you to know Jesus so bad. And how does that, what does that look like? And having like Christian-centered community, game changing. So you just found that this past summer with Run with Christ? Wow, praise God for that.
I know.
So what was it like the first 2 years at Kentucky? I just like think, I mean, I'm like so inspired by you guys just being at an SEC school. How do you resist like the temptations of an SEC school?
I think that it definitely can be hard, and it can be hard whenever you're like in the moment, you know, game day. You're like, oh, let's go, getting dressed up with friends and gonna go to the game. And I think it's just you realize like very early on, you're like, okay, this isn't for me. And there's times when you're in a situation, and I think I've never been in a place where I know like sin's there and I'm like, man, I feel good. I've never felt that. So I think for me, like I've never indulged in those things because I even know just stepping foot, I'm like, I don't belong here. And sometimes that makes me feel like an outcast whenever I'm with friends and I'm like, oh, like everyone's having so much fun and I feel like I don't belong. But I think that just teaches me like I am on the right track and I know it's right versus wrong. But it can be difficult, and I mean, you do lose friends over things, and that's a difficult piece because, again, not everyone believes in what you believe and they don't understand. And I think it's hard for me to find the fine balance of like not doing the sinful, like giving into sinful nature, but also be there for the ones I love, but also not make them feel judged, because I feel like whenever I don't do the things that they're doing, they think I'm judging them, and there's no judgment obviously ever. I'm just like, I love you guys, but I'll be like right here. You know? Like, I'm gonna be here waiting for you when you're ready to like come and really learn more. And I always like drop in a little pixie dust. I'm like, hey,
hey, this guy Jesus.
Come to church. Like,
my favorite line.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing Sunday morning?
Yeah.
I think as I've grown up too, I've realized, like, I don't know what time your church is at. Mine's at 10:30. I'm like, Abby, 10:30 is not that early.
No, we have 9:30 service and 11:15. So I'm like, we can go to 11:15.
Yeah.
Like,
whenever you invite someone, like, literally, I'll go. There's a 12 o'clock. We can go to the Spanish one. No, I'm just kidding. But
well, and our church just started doing 6 p.m. Sunday dinners, which our family does like the Sunday night.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be an awesome opportunity to be like, hey, we're going to take Sunday night dinner to church at 6 p.m. and then come back and eat. Or like, so we're just really figuring that out.
Yeah.
But I think as long as I've just like viewed it and felt disconnected and felt like I don't belong, I know I'm mentally in the right place, even if I'm physically like not where I should be, even though I'm not indulging in those things. Like, I just know that maybe there's a reason I'm there and I can help someone else.
Totally.
So, yeah.
No, I feel that. I think it's a hard balance. I think it's like such a gray space too, of like, it's totally like, I think you have to be in prayer about things like that. Cause like, oh, if you can be there and then be like the pixie dust that you're talking about of like Jesus, and like that could change someone's life. And like Christ like walked into darkness, but his light didn't burn out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's definitely the type of thing where it's like your own like prayer life that you have to like, okay, can I be in that situation?
Yeah. And
be a light for Christ? And I think it's so cool because I also think of it as like too, if all of Christians walked away from darkness and there was no Christians in the darkness, then like, what are we doing?
There'd be no new people coming to Christ.
Exactly. It'd just be like, and that's like, it would just be, we'd be in a dark world and then we'd all be in community. And what does that do? We're not being disciples then we're just being complacent, you know?
Yeah.
So at Kentucky, do you like see it? So it's like, is the culture like pretty much like, I don't know, is it just like SEC, like is it what you would imagine like an SEC school to be? I don't know. I'm from Chicago, so like we have like Big Ten. SEC school I imagine is like frats, sororities, like I don't know, like what does it look like existing as a Christian?
I think for me also, I'm not in what's that called?
A sorority?
Yeah, like, or whatever that life is. What do you call that?
I don't know.
Greek life?
Greek life. I went to a private Christian school, so.
So Greek life. I can't believe that just like came out. I have so many friends in sororities, but I think because I've never been in it, I don't know how big or not big it is or how compared it is because I've never gone anywhere else to see it. But I think we do have a lot of people that are 100% like sorority, fraternity. There are the frat parties, there are frats that throw, and all the things that happen. All the, like, we have our street where people go out, like, bars and whatever.
Because you're in a city. Like, Lexington is a city. I don't know if anyone, like, I don't know if people don't know that. Me and Sarah this morning were like, is this a city? Because we have Chicago. But then I was like, there's a couple big buildings here. Yeah. Like, looking at, like, the Fifth Third building. I was like, I think it's a city.
We're the tallest building in America right there. That's what we, like, our joke is here in Lexington.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's so small, but...
We went to this like really good coffee shop down there this morning. I'm forgetting what, Greenery?
Yes, with all
really
I've never
good.
been actually, but I've seen it and I drive past all the time. And my friends go.
Are you a coffee person?
No.
Energy drink person?
No.
No caffeine.
No caffeine.
She's running on just the Holy Spirit.
I am.
Like that's so impressive.
Yeah.
What time does your morning? Okay. What time does your morning start?
Usually I get up, my alarm clock goes off at like 6:50 every morning.
Okay, wow, that's early.
That's kind of my time. I set an hour before so I can have me time. That's what I just call it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up, eat, not be rushed, because I hate being rushed. Oh, being rushed is my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
So like if I have to get up at 5 a.m., I would rather do that than like be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But so I get up, eat, read my Bible, and then usually I have like 30 minutes. I love to just have a morning walk, like no phone, no headphones, just like walk, just be in like God's presence and also the sun. Not recently because it's been so gross out, but like just kind of be awake and be like, oh, I'm so grateful to be alive. Just kind of get my life centered before I open my phone to social media where there's a presence and I have to post and I have to these things. And before I get roped into the world, I think really resetting each and every day is awesome.
Yeah.
And then yeah, then I get going class and internship.
Yep.
And then practice.
You stay so busy. That's crazy. Okay, I actually wanted to ask, before I forget, about Greece. How did you go study abroad as an athlete?
Yeah, so we don't practice in the summer. That's probably our biggest blessing.
Okay.
We start in August.
Okay.
And then we go until end of April. And then we're off. So it's like May, June, July. I have just freedom. We have
freedom.
we have like videos we have to send in of our lifts, and we have accountability like coaches on our team. So we have some workout leaders. So thankfully I was one of them. So I just got to be like, hey guys, here's the workouts. And I do mine, but it wasn't like I had to like send everything in to somebody.
Okay.
Because I had to modify. I mean, I was in an apartment in Greece with no gym. So I do the workouts. It just might not have weight, or like I might do things, but we do have workouts like we have to do. It was like 4-week, but no, like you have to be in a group. And we had challenges. So people that wanted to tumble or stunt could go in their gym and send in videos of, like the challenges, just to be like, hey, I'm working. Yeah. But it wasn't like forced, and we didn't have like team practices.
Did you ever did you ever have to send in any videos to anyone or no?
My freshman year, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just like imagining like you in Greece, like on a beach sending in a video. That'd be kind of iconic.
We did do. It was funny. I have photos. We did like a stand-up paddleboard Pilates class, and I was like, oh, my coaches would love to see this right now. Like, I'm working so hard.
Look at me. I'm doing stand-up on like water?
Yeah, like on a paddleboard. We just did like, I like did headstands.
Did you fall?
I didn't fall like in the water, but all our paddleboards were roped together, me and my like classmates. So there was a lot of people that fell, and it would like tug you. It would like really tug. So I'd like fall on my board to like catch myself, but I think in the water it was freezing.
Was this in Lexington or in Greece?
Greece. Yes.
That is such an experience. What was your highlights of Greece?
Everyone asks me this, and I'm just like the entire thing. So I marketing management major with sales, like just businessy.
She's a businesswoman.
Yeah, and I'm in the honors college, so I needed experience credit, and you get that by studying abroad internships, but I was like going to use my internships for other credits, so I was like, okay, so I need to find 6 credits somehow that I can take otherwise, and I was looking at the business study abroad last summer, and it was like London and Paris and like awesome places, but I was just like, like summer, like where do I envision myself, like summer, where do I want to go? And there was a psychology one, and it was stress reduction and cultivation of happiness in Greece, and I was like, I'm going. And so I got my 6 credit hours. I went there, but the people that I met, I would have never met because no one in my major, no one I knew. So I knew 0 people going into it.
Wait, that's so fun.
Yeah, there was 21 of us, but I knew absolutely no one. And so that was another thing. I am very big, like friend person, love to talk. I'm talkative and I can meet and make friends fine, but I was like, I want to know one person. And then a TikTok brought me one girl, and we've been best friends ever since. That's been awesome. So I think meeting her.
That is awesome.
And we had we would listen to our church every Sunday together, because she goes to the same one. Like she goes to Southland, that's here in Lexington when she's here. She's from Western Kentucky.
Okay.
I was like thinking.
You're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's from Western Kentucky. So it was just like crazy. Actually,
that is so cool.
Like
so
I met somebody that was just like my person, you know, and we were best friends, and we lived in one tiny room, like a dorm room together while we were in Greece. And made it work. But I think one of my highlights, we did a 13-mile hike, the Samarian Gorge. That was really hard.
Oh my gosh.
Really hot, sunny the entire day. It took us like 6 hours, 7 hours. I don't know, but it was the most beautiful. And those are the things you step and be like, wow. Like, God created this. Like, I can't imagine. You thought our mountains were big. Like, this one was crazy. I'll have to show you photos.
Yes. I need to see pictures.
And then another one we did, it was called I'm going to butcher this name, Corticoloya Gorge. Okay. And it was the same kind of thing. It was a hike that was, like, really steep, and we had a lot of steps, like 300-something steps. We had to go straight down into the gorge. But then there was a natural waterfall, and it was, like, beautiful, but because it was natural water, it was like an ice bath. So people didn't, and to swim and see it and like take photos, it was like you had to get through it. Yeah. And I take ice baths for like my body and to stay healthy whenever like at our treatments. So I was like, oh, I got this. And my dad, he has an ice bath at our like home, and he does them every morning. It's just like, it's like the whole thing that has the ice box, like it's freezing cold. It's always cold even in the summer, and he'll get in. So I did that over the summer before I left. So I was like, oh, I got this. But it was such a rewarding experience because a lot of the people, there was like 5 or 6 on my trip that like had their legs in, but they're like, we can't swim. So I like went back and I was like, come on. Like I held on to them. I was like, we're going out. So it was, they got to experience like the beautiful waterfall and being in it.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, you're in Greece, probably for the only time in your life. You're here. You have to do it. So that one was awesome too.
Greece is my bucket list. I was just in the Netherlands for a conference, and I had never been to Europe. So I went to the Netherlands, I went to Belgium, and I went to Germany, and then back to Amsterdam. And I was there for a conference, and then I stayed like an extra like 8 days or whatever, and like went and traveled. Literally, I was like, Europe is gorgeous.
It is.
It's so pretty.
It is.
And I was like, oh. Wow. And like even just like the God, like, yes, God created this. And when everyone's like, if ever anyone's like, how do you know God's real? I'm like, literally look around you. I'm like, that's how I know. Because there's no way that's by accident.
No,
you know
like
what I mean?
he created you and me, and we think that's like the coolest thing, but like, it makes us feel so small when we're in.
Oh my gosh.
Especially when you're like, I'm going to be on a 14-hour flight.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Go across. Like I've seen how much of the world? None. Like literally none whenever you put it in that aspect. But another part that was a highlight wasn't really the study abroad part. But I left, and my mom's never been out of the country other than like she went on a trip like Mexico, something down there.
Yeah.
And my mom, her sister, my cousin, and then my mom's mom met me over in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
And so we had like 10 days, and it was just a huge girls trip, and I got really close. It was my cousin that we're super close. We're like the only 2 girls on my mom's side of cousins. There's like 7 boys and us 2 girls. So it's like just us, but she's a lot younger. But it was just, that experience was rewarding, and just like getting to see my mom experience with me too, because she's never been anywhere like that. It's crazy.
That is so cool. Okay, I literally had the same experience with my mom in Europe, because I brought her with me. I was like, Mom, I'm only going to this conference for 2 days. Like, you can come with me.
Yeah.
And like, never been out. Like, she had been to literally same exact story. She'd been to Mexico. That was it. Went to Europe, and I was like, that, like, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life.
Yes.
And I'm like, that is just like the most, like, yes, everything around me is amazing. But I'm like, even just like, I just like would look at my mom and I'm like, Mom, we're in Europe together right now.
Like,
this is
how
wild.
did this happen? And I just
blessings.
That's the one thing when you ask like about UK and why I'm happy. I would have never had that opportunity, especially my mom wouldn't. Like, they helped me with school so much, and I'm so blessed to have like family that can help and really help me with that, so I don't feel as stressed. Like my freshman year, I wasn't really like on much money. It just, you know, nothing, but being in state anyway was so helpful. But now that like I'm now here my junior year, like I'm pretty much on like full, and I have nothing to pay for college.
Wow, praise God.
Yeah, but it's awesome to like see them not have to worry, because when I was like, oh, I'm going to Auburn, they were like itching and so scared, but they were
like $70,000.
Yeah, but they'd never say that, you know. Just like, they're the best people, and they'll never be like, no, like, you can't do that, we can't.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
You know, so I think it was the biggest blessing that like she gets this opportunity. And I think I gave her the travel bug, because she just told me last night, I was on the phone with her, and she was like, so my best friend's son's 8th grade trip in 3 years is to Africa, and I signed up as a chaperone.
In 3 years to Africa.
She goes, well, now I need to see stuff. So it's really cute, but
yeah, that was really like my mentality after like going to Europe. I was like, oh, we can go to Nashville for work, I'm going. Oh, we can go to Lexington for work, I'm going. Yeah. It also like honestly made me want to, like, I want to go out west.
Me too.
I've never been.
We want to go skiing, except, well, we tried skiing in New York, and it was during when me and my brother both, he was junior and I was a freshman. Yeah. We were both like D1 college athletes and never had skied a day in our life. And our parents like took us with everyone. It was fine. But he was not like the best at it, I think, because he's super tall, and that's really hard to learn when you're that old, you know, also. Yeah. So they were like, we're so scared that people are going to get hurt. We're waiting. And so now he graduated, and like this winter we were like, what if we just like Christmas, no gifts, like just went out west for a little bit. So we're still talking about it, and I don't think it's going to happen because, again, we're huge family people. Yeah. And my mom wants to see her parents, my dad wants to see his parents, and they both were like, sounds cool, but realistically, like, you want family time. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, and they also think they want to wait until I'm done. They're like, you are good, but like, let's not risk it for your 2 months
before your season starts. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I also think too, like, skiing scares the crap. I've been skiing, scares the crap out of me though. I love it, but I'm also like, I'm down like on a balloon. I'm like going way too fast, and I'm like, pizza. I'm like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the most, but it's also like so fun because when you're at the top of it, that's another thing. When you're at the top of the hill and you're like, wow, God created this, and I'm just like, holy cow! I've been in Minnesota and it doesn't feel real. It literally does not feel real. I also think too, when you were saying like just being like in Lexington, being able to be with your parents, I had like that same experience. So I went to Wheaton College in Illinois, and my parents lived there, and I just like look at it and I'm like, wow, when am I ever gonna be like 20 and get to like still be hanging out with my parents? Because like who knows where I'm gonna, like literally like we're in Lexington right now, and I'm like, my parents are back in Chicago. I don't know where I'm gonna be living in the next year, but I'm like, when am I ever gonna have that opportunity again? You know what I mean? Like you cherish that. Like I feel like my parents like might be like 65 and I'll look back on them like, I cherish that time that like I'm glad I went to like the school that was close to home because of that.
I think I'm not out of that mentality yet. I told my mom when she told me she was going back, I was like, me too. And she goes, Emma, you're going to be like on your own, like a job. And I was like, no, like I can still come. Like, we're still family for life, right? Like I'm coming.
You're like, I'm there, okay?
Yeah.
Quit your job in sales at that point just to go to Africa.
Yep. Yeah.
Save your PTO for like 3 years. You're in Africa as a chaperone all of a sudden.
Yes.
Okay. Before we end, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. We end with the hot seat every segment. So it's like rapid fire. Okay. If you had to give up, you don't like coffee.
Go for it. I do drink coffee decaf. Like, I like the taste. I just don't like.
Okay. If you had to give up social media or coffee for a year, which one's gone?
I would rather do social media, but I'm going to say coffee because it's my job.
Yeah. So actually, okay, really fast. What is it like social media, like kind of being your job? Like, how do you manage that of like, also like identity all over again of like, not like you're putting yourself out on the internet, you know, and people are going to judge, people are going to have their opinions. How do you deal with that?
I think, I have a timer set on my phone for like 20 minutes for all of those apps. Yeah. And I take it off the day I have like editing, but I try and do a weekend. So my Sunday reset, I'll like make 6 or 7 videos because I have to post once a day, usually with TikTok, or if I have an Instagram. That one's not as hard, but TikTok editing takes forever.
So long.
Yeah. So like I'll edit all of them, have the captions ready, have everything ready. So it's like once a day, I'm just like, okay, post, done, get off of it. And I think honestly, yes, it's probably not good for my engagement and like all those things people talk about with growing your social media platforms. But for me, I think that I'm blessed with that platform, but I don't want to overuse it or use it in a wrong way. I kind of just share my life, not crazy. Like I don't really have a filter with it. I'm not like, oh, I need to like get ready for this. You're good.
You're good.
I just kind of go along with it, and whatever comes to my mind is what I'm going to post about. And whenever I started it, it went like viral about prom dresses. Okay. So that's where I got all my following in high school. So it was kind of just like there my senior year. And I was like, went from like 1,000 to like 20. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, what am I going to do? So I just, started having all these brands reach out. So I do like videos just for them. And then mine was like for a while, just like working out and day in the life and whatever. But last year's when I first started really incorporating just like Christ. So I make sure at least like once a week it's a video somehow centered, like, God loves you, or here's a verse, or like something to think on. And it's never anything like me sitting in front of the camera, like pushing it on people, because I love that Hayden does it. I'm like, oh, I wish I could be like you. Like, this is amazing what you're doing.
He's so passionate. I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's like, I like doing the pixie dust, and I'm very much a person that doesn't like pushing boundaries, pushing against people. So I'm kind of like, here's this, like, I love you. God loves you, everything. And just give them that piece of life. But it's definitely hard to manage, but I view it as a blessing because I can make income off of it, which I can't really have a job being an athlete. So. Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. And then you can like, I guess like too, even being like, oh, I can work whatever internship I want to work, unpaid, paid. Like it's like, oh, I just get like, I can do this for fun kind of. Yeah. Also, it sounds like too, like the way that you use it, it so avoids it becoming an idol then, which is so cool. Like, because I think that's like a big thing too, is like we make social media our idol. And also even like the pixie dust thing. I love that. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to be like, just throw a little pizzazz in there, pixie dust. Of like, we all do it differently. And like, I think that's like, you never know who you're going to reach in that way. Like, Hayden might be reaching someone who's like right on the fence and just like needs someone to be like passionate at them. And you might be like reaching someone who's also like right there, but just needs like
needs that reminder, you know, to like pull them out of that. You never know how God's going to use it. So I just think that's cool. And like if we all were the same, then like what kind of disciples are we? You know what I mean? Like they were all different. We're all different. Okay. Sorry. Got off track. Hot seat. Here we go. What's one thing your teammates would say that you always do?
Always giggle. It's annoying. I hate it. I hate that I giggle so much, but someone will say something that's not funny. I'm like, huh. Like I just laugh at it and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like the friend that's like, like you just like, I feel like we all need that friend that will just laugh at us no matter what.
Yeah.
Because like we all want that. You know what I mean? You get to be that friend. That's a good quality to have. That's a great quality to have. Okay. You'll have one of these. What's the most chaotic road trip or travel story with the team or with your family? Because now I know that you've been so many places.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go with in Italy when we couldn't find our train that we had to get to, and it was like we had to get off one, run to get on the other one, and it was to get to the airport. And mind you, I've got like my grandmother who can't run, and like it's just us with me and my cousin. And I was going the right way. I was like, guys, it's this way. And then they were like, there's no signs. And I was like, okay, you're right. There's no signs. And we like made it 2 minutes after it was supposed to leave, but it was still there somehow. And it was awesome. But we just like had to sprint across this airport in Italy. And we were like, or not airport, train station. And then our tickets didn't work because the ticket system, we went to the wrong tickets. Like it was a mess, but we made it. It just, yeah.
So what's grandma doing when you guys are running? Trying to run?
Speed walking. She's a really good speed walker. Her and her husband used, I don't know if they still do, but in the winter they go to the mall like twice a week and they just speed walk around the mall.
That is so precious. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, probably the most important question I'm going to ask you. If I give you aux, what song are you playing?
Something Nelcon. Right now with Fall. That's all I'm playing.
Okay, yeah. Good vibes for the fall. Have you seen him in concert?
No, I wanted to. Bourbon and Beyond. He was just here in Louisville and I couldn't go.
That is such a bummer. I haven't seen him either. I really would love to see him. He is Stick Season.
Yes.
Orange Juice. Love that song.
Okay. I also have been really this is like my song with my dad is the Hard Fought Hallelujah. That's like our song. So he drives a Jeep. It's really, really old, but we have like, he's souped it up and changed it and made it like, you know, big and mean. Like we called it a mean Jeep, but we like take the top off and we always would get like ice cream and we just like blare and we're like, you know what? Somebody's listening and like, what are they singing? Why are they singing about God so hard? But
that is so sweet.
Yeah, so
that's so
song.
fun.
Or, okay, sorry, I have so many songs. Or Rascal Flats. That's what I
when I was a kid, I used to sing Life is a Highway in the back of my parents' car, like screaming at the top of my lungs, 5-year-old me.
Our parents put me and my brother, they'd sing Bless the Broken Road.
I love that.
Like growing up, so now it's just a song. I'm like, oh, this is like childhood.
This is home. This is like, oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, last question. If you had to describe your faith journey in a single stunt or tumbling move, how would you describe it?
I'm gonna go. Can I do routine?
Yeah.
Say routine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Pyramid 6.
I'm gonna like put a video. Pyramid 6. Here's what it is.
I'll let you know the annoying part of it. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Pyramid 6 or the ending of 8, the one I was explaining, the back full twisting, because it's great one day. It's it's always
like
ebb and flow. You're always going.
Yeah.
I think, but it's always like it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
I think those are the ones that was the hardest to learn, but the most rewarding to like do.
I love that. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, before we close, I'm so great. This was so great. I was like, this is so much fun, so easy. Yeah. How can I be praying for you?
Okay, I think just praying that I don't run myself too thin with everything going on.
Got you, girl.
Yeah, I think that's literally it. Just making sure I can pour out to others and be myself, not feel like I have to like be like, oh, I have to pretend like I'm really happy, but just actually be so excited and happy because I'm gonna fill myself up so I can pour out to others.
I love that. Okay, can I pray before we end?
Sure.
Okay. Dear Jesus, I just thank you for Emma and this time that we've gotten to spend together. You have truly blessed this conversation, Lord. I thank you for our time in Lexington and our safe travels that you've given us, Lord. I just lift Emma up to you and all of her activities, Lord. I just pray that she's able to glorify you and not feel too spread thin, Lord, and truly just receive your joy. So yeah, we are just so grateful for this day, Lord. You have blessed it because you've made it. And everything that you make is good. So we just thank you for that. And I just thank you for Emma. It's in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, that's a wrap. That was so good. Oh my gosh. You did amazing.